Oh, the books are already that old? Wow, it must be old. Oh, when I was a kid, I remember reading these books. They were pretty funny. Well, they're still making these for some weird, odd reason. Yes, they're still making these. How many of these are there now? There's 14. 14. Really? I know the movies were. I know the books were successful. The last one I read was number 6. They're still making how the Wimpy Kid books. So why are there's now just as many Dive Wimpy Kid books as there are the Land Before Time movies. I didn't realize they made these every year. But so they also been re-released as audiobooks. But someone must still be reading these books. I stopped reading after number 6 as was I know I know the books have kind of similar plots. Basically the main character Greg is doing stuff and he goes through problems in the book because there needs to be a plot. And the first few books were entertaining and fun, but some of them just are like Greg using a magic 8-ball to try to turn his wife around. It always means he must family cow speak wrong. Farm speak to avoid his. Of course, that'd be an anti-video game book. When you realize that number 12 and number 8, number 9 have very similar plot of like all the books, it's like the old books it kind of makes sense, but now they go on summer vacation, something bad happens and it all goes down from there. So but now let's go on to the real topic because of course I wasted 4 minutes of your time. They're seriously milking these dry. And that's what I'm basically trying to tell you guys. These movies are basically being milked dry. The first, second, and fourth, and 9th films. Yes, and of course, we can't forget there are 4 movies. The last one flopped, but 4 movies based off these books. 4 movies. First 3 were and then the newest one, Dog Days, was just... Why? You! Son... Like, if the last film was very, very bad, Oh, it's The Long Haul, not Dog Days. No, that was the third one. The Long Haul was the last one. But today, I think they should seriously end this series. How many books are they making? Like, even critics are starting to hate these now. The few story centuries don't get enough Zell, the Teflon, by bone, but basically just the same stuff. Maybe it's because we're not kids anymore. You can actually. Oh, that's the movie. That's the movie. I think it was on. I think I sold the movie. The movie was not that great. It's a story of the best friends. It's kind of like the movie is kind of like the Scary Squirrel TV show. Does anyone remember that terrible? I'm gonna make a video about that show, but that Wimpy Kids is already 14 books. I know it's funny, but basically the newer books I looked at in like a library or something like school library. It's just they're using the same exact jokes in the new books, and it's not really that funny anymore because they're using the same exact jokes. So basically, that Wimpy Kids basically has been milked dry, kind of like other franchises out there. Looking at you, Star Wars. Or particularly just Disney Star Wars, not the original series. Or Land Before Time, or at least a Land Before Time movie every year and people just start getting sick of them. But someone kept buying them. I can see the actual sales. Buy book. Because first one sells 500 million hours, 150 million copies. So 1 million people must be still buying these movies. So 1 million people must be buying these books a year. It's just still amazing that people are still making these books. Looking for the sales. So there is a decline because the first one sells. This one sold 1 million copies in the first week, so obviously people are still. Obviously, it's like a devoted franchise. But you see, it's a decline of 6 million, 6.5 million copy. That's basically. Oh, wait, that's the print copies. Of course, this is worldwide, so obviously there's still a good amount of people who are still buying them. Old School is the 10th one, now on 14. What's the newest one? The series has been milked dry to death. Like, it has been milked dry. Like, I don't really like the new ones that much. They're not that great. The first few are great, but then they just get worse and worse because the jokes kind of got reused over and over again. Like, The Meltdown and Cabin Fever are very similar books. Same thing with, like, the other ones. Maybe it's because I'm grown up now. Now I don't really find these books funny anymore. Kids like them, I think. Obviously, because they're still selling. And that, can't find sales for this one. Meltdown. The next one's called Wrecking Ball. It's just surprising they're still making these. So that's basically the Wimpy Kid books. They're still making these. This one, I bet I wouldn't be surprised if a million copies were still sold, because there's probably a devoted fan base buying these as of everything that is popular. Print book sales actually been up 1.3%. That basically beats my oh, it's a global warming book. But as long as people still buy these, so my global bestseller. Yeah, it's definitely a decline. 1 million down to now barely over 750,000 copies. It just shows that less people are interested in these books, and the new ones at least. Not the old ones, the new ones, but are not as great as the first ones. So basically that's it, the Diary of Wimpy Kid movie books. With every long-running franchise, less and less people are buying them because they're milked to death. But of course, I don't hate it. I don't hate the series. Of course, if you took it that way. I said the original books are great. Though they were funny, but the newer ones, they start getting more unoriginal and more unfunny because the same jokes kind of are used in the newer ones. So it's ruined the books kind of a bit. But next, if you want me to go over the other very milked franchise, The Land Before Time, I've seen all of those because when I was a kid. I regret seeing like half of them, but thank God I was in the kid. Thank God that this book didn't come out. Or also be reading Wrecking Ball, based off Miley Cyrus's awful song, and there's a Trump program. So that's basically it. The Diary of Wimpy Kid. The books used to be extremely funny, but the new ones, of course, are not that funny. But the old ones are still pretty funny. I used to read them all the time. So make sure you like, sound, subscribe, and goodbye.